right, guys, Coach Chris here. I want to show a quick tip on how to get out of your wetsuit. So I'm actually in a thermal wetsuit. I'm also wearing booties underneath, so it might be a little bit more challenging, but I want to show a couple things that you can do to get out of a wetsuit real easy. I highly recommend, if you're getting out of your wetsuit, to do it in shallow water. So I'm going to go out here in the shallow water. So this always makes it a little bit easier when you've got water, especially around your ankles. But even if you're not out in the water, if you're running into transition, maybe you want to warm up, like you're doing a race like Alcatraz, and you want to actually get yourself warmed up by keeping your wetsuit on while you're running, you can do the same thing. Once you get into transition, or as you're running into transition, the first step is to peel your wetsuit off. Most wetsuits will have a zipper in the back. They're designed to be Velcroed up on the top. So you want to grab that loop, pull on it, and then depending on your wetsuit, some wetsuits zip down, some wetsuits zip up. In my case, I'm actually not even sure. I haven't used this one in a while. I think it's a zip down. I'm going to zip it down. I'm going to undo the top. And then as I'm running into transition, I'll start peeling off the top half of my wetsuit. I'll pull my arms out. Some people will do the trick where they grab their swim cap and their goggles in their hand, and then as they pull their arm through the suit, they let go of the swim cap and the goggles inside the arms of the wetsuit. So this is a thermal wetsuit, so it's a little tight, and I probably did the wrong thing. This is to demonstrate what you should not do. Have both of your hands stuck in. Do one hand at a time. Make sure that hand gets fully out first. And if you let go of your swim cap and your buoy, you can leave them in the arm. They'll usually stay there. If you have a lot of wristbands or you have a Garmin watch, make sure you use your thumb to pull that part of the suit out. And then once you're here, you can keep running back into transition. Now the hard part is usually the bottom. So a couple tips. One, get it down over your hips first. Use your thumbs to go down in and just push down on the wetsuit. Get it over your butt. And then once you're at a point where you're in transition and you're ready to actually get the full wetsuit off, what you want to do is pull it all the way down over your calves first. So over one calf, over the other calf. And then from this point, what you want to focus on is driving your knee as high up as you can. You can take a big pull up, like a high knee drill, and step a little bit wider so you don't lose your balance. So you pull up and step wide. Then with your other leg, same thing. Pull this knee up, but this time step on the extra material of the leg. So you're going to pull up and then step on the material of that leg. And then you just rinse and repeat. Do the same thing. Pull up, step wide. Pull up, step wide. And you can get it out without having to use your hands, without having to tilt your head down. And then on the final leg, same thing. Step next to the material. You can cross over if you want and drive that knee high. And if you drive that knee high, it's going to pull the leg material a lot more, and that's what's going to allow you to get it off without having to futz around with using your hands and getting it over your heel and your ankle. And if you do it in the water, you can rinse your wetsuit off in the water. So if you're here at Ohio Street Beach, this is a great way to keep your wetsuit from picking up too much sand. Rinse it off in the water. Same thing if you're like me, it's really cold, so I'm using neoprene booties. Take these off in the shallow water. I actually use double booties. And the worst thing is when you come home and always bring your material into the shower, and then you might find out that you have a whole bunch of sand in your wetsuit. So try to avoid getting all that extra sand in your wetsuit by rinsing it off in the water before you come back to shore. And that's pretty much it. So give that a shot, practice every time, just like race day, and you'll be ready to rock.